Back in the mid-'80s, you didn't know about service dogs. The only real service animal out there was a seeing eye dog. And so at that time, this was kind of an oddball thing for somebody to request service dog training because nobody knew what it was.
I'm a professor of law here at the Stetson University College of Law. A service animal has actually been defined in the federal regulations that implement the Americans with Disability Act. And a service animal means any dog that is individually trained to do work or perform tasks for the benefit of an individual with a disability.
There's a few things you want to look at in trying to determine whether or not you've got a potential candidate for a service dog. Is this dog the kind of dog that is going to react or respond negatively to things like loud noises or things that move quickly around it? The other thing that we want to look at is, are there any hidden latent tendencies towards things like aggression or fear that could preclude it from becoming a good service dog?
You have to find a good trainer, and the best way I think to do that is ask to see the dogs that he's trained or the person's trained.
It takes us an average of 4 to 5 months to train a dog for any particular disability. I don't have 40 and 50 dogs that I'm training at one given time. It's always my goal when I place a dog in somebody's lives that the dog can work for them for at least 8 years.
Training a dog is not only getting to know the dog, but the dog has to know you.
You do not pick your dog, the dog picks you. Because if it doesn't have any sort of attachment towards you, if it's not has interest in you, it's not going to create that bond or pick up on any of your chemical changes to know what's wrong with you.
It's known that your body goes through a chemical change and it releases an odor that might not be detectable by you and I, but an odor that we can expose to a dog to be able to recognize it and alert to it. It's very much a similar way that you might train a dog to be a bomb or a drug sniffing dog, where you would expose it to that particular smell, and they can alert when they smell, per se marijuana or some type of explosive.
Under the Americans with Disability Act, not only does the definition say that the animal has to be a dog trained to work and perform tasks for the benefit of the individual with a disability, it actually says that the tasks have to be directly related to that disability.
Each specific task is going to have a series of behaviors that we're going to start training for, and then we finish things out with proofing this dog in the real world.
To just give a flavor of the types of tasks the dog might do: assisting an individual during a seizure, alerting individuals to the presence of allergens, helping persons with psychiatric or neurological disabilities by preventing or interrupting destructive or impulsive behaviors.
Each dog is their own personality and might alert in different ways, but we attempt to get the dog to paw at somebody or possibly jump to their chest.
You can train your own service dog. You can have somebody train the dog for you. You can certify your own dog. A lot of people say you have to have a dog certified as a service dog. You don't.
Everybody thinks that I train the dogs, and I could, but that's not the way to get a really, really good bond with the new person that's getting that dog and the dog.
Well, we got him when he was 6 weeks old, and by the time he was 4 months, we decided that we wanted to train him to be a service animal.
Everything's revolved around the proper pack behavior. He maintains focus with his eyes. Then it goes into like a very basic, hand signal, sit, and you work on those two things for maybe 5 to 10 minutes at a time. It's real short and sweet. You don't want to overdo it. They lose interest really fast because it is such a slow, gradual process in the beginning.
So for the first 2 weeks, it was him getting used to being on a collar and him getting used to, in the house, he would have to be with us 24/7.
His crate is his den. Our house is our den. And it just kind of establishes that proper pack behavior. I mean, that's what they revolve their whole training around, the proper pack behavior. Unless he knows we're pack leaders, he's not going to listen to us.
Hercules, spot.
day.
So we did that, and then we would take him outside just in front of our apartment, and we would slowly raise the distractions that he was in, just doing this routine over and over again.
When it comes to having a dog that is a working dog and also a pet, you know, you have to be able to distinguish the difference between, you know, the two different jobs that the dog has. I mean, the vest has a lot to do with it.
He knows the difference between whether or not he's working or if he's not working. He knows when he has his vest on that he needs to maintain a certain level of behavior. You know, he needs to follow his training as to where if he has his vest off, he kind of knows that he's a bit more of a dog as opposed to a service animal.
Petting a dog, you know, for a 5-minute period of time has been shown to release what's called oxytocin in the body, which is a pheromone which helps people rebound better from when they might be having an anxiety attack or, you know, just not feeling like they want to get up and do anything for the day.